Hello, welcome to Redmen TV and welcome to the social scene. That was fancy, wasn't it? Courtesy of Tom Dutton, thank you very much. Right, I've got loads to get through this week, but before I do, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who watched last week's show, and a massive thank you to everyone who sent really nice comments and messages on Twitter or in the comments below. It was my first time recording, presenting, first time I did a video, never done it before, and I was bricking it. So thank you very much to everyone who sent them comments in. Hopefully this gives me confidence to make me better and to make this show better for you guys at home. And also thank you to the people who commented on me banging bits of paper around. I've got rid of the paper, it's all gone. And I'll stop making loads of noises and trying to clap my hands and drop the arms. So thank you for that. And thank you to the guy who said I got a massive gel head. I really appreciate that. It was gel and water, but you want to know. But thank you for that anyway. Right, enough of the soppy stuff. We need to move on now. Well, I say enough of the soppy stuff. Last week, this picture came out. Of Phil Coutinho and Luis Suarez, an absolute sickener for Liverpool fans. I thought about it and I looked at it and was like, it was a little bit depressing. You know, you want those two people to be at Liverpool Football Club still winning trophies, and you know they've moved on for that very reason. They didn't win anything. They were there for 3-4 years at a time, and essentially they got fed up and wanted to go on and win trophies and do stuff with their career. And then later on, I thought, you know what? Luis Suarez wasn't a Klopp signing, and he wasn't there when Klopp was there. Coutinho wasn't a Klopp signing, and he ultimately, I said last week, pushed his own move, wanted to move on, and he'd been there for a long period and wanted to go out and win trophies. Fair enough, but like I said, that they weren't Klopp signings, and they're not. You look back now, and they're not part of Klopp's team. They're not Van Dijk, they're not Keita, they're not Mane, they're not Salah, they're not Bobby Firmino. All these people that Klopp has been signing, they're the people that we need to get behind, and the people that want to be in that team. Oxlade-Chamberlain's another one, sorry. They're the people that we should be pushing for, and just move on and forget about Phil Coutinho. Unfortunately, though, it's hard to digest Roberto Firmino's picture he put out on Facebook last week, a picture of him and Phil Coutinho, and then I'll translate it for you because Facebook Translate isn't very good. Liverpool is no longer the same without the magical magician. I wish you infinite success for you. May you enjoy life. Realise all your dreams, brother. God is always protecting you and the whole family. It was an honour to play with you for a long time. And you just can't help but feel sorry for Roberto Firmino. He's lost his best mate and he's been left with Alberto Moreno. I'm sure he'll be fine with him in the end. And he's got Mane and Salah, and he's still banging in goals now he's left, which is good. But he's a little bit heartbroken for Roberto Firmino. But just to cheer us up, I know with that picture of Suarez and Coutinho was a bit of a sickener, but then a couple of days later, Mo Salah posted this picture. There you go, shove your Suarez, shove your Coutinho, we've got Danny Ings and Mo Salah. Speaking of Mo Salah, if you missed this, you must have been living under a rock last week. The Mo Salah, Mane, Bobby Firmino, Coutinho song. And just to annoy you one more time, here it is.
Hello YouTube, I'm Cork's biggest Liverpool fan. My name is Kevin Murphy, and I love Liverpool. Now, I just want to say I have a song I think will go really, really well on the cop if everyone would sing it. We can maybe do it for Man City on next week. So this is my song. Salah, Mane, Roberto Firmino. And we sold Coutinho. But that don't matter at all, actually, because we've got Salah. Mane, do. And Bobby Firmino. But we sold Coutinho. But we've got Salah. Mane, do. And Bobby Firmino, and we sold Coutinho, but we've got Salah. Mane, and Bobby Firmino, but we sold Coutinho, but we've got Salah.
Now, this song exploded and went viral. The guy was on Soccer AM at the weekend. He was on the stage at the main stand at Anfield at the weekend as well. You know, he's just exploded, and it is a catchy tune, and it's nice to have a laugh and a sing and a dance. And it caught on that much that even celebrities were having a go as well.
Cause we got Salah.
Now, on the subject of songs, last week I mentioned John Barnes going into the Big Brother house, and he must have been fed up of singing that his little rap. Well, how wrong was I?
You got to hold the game, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line. They'll always hit you and hurt you. Defend and attack. There's only one way to beat them. Get round the back.
Look at him, he loves it. Absolutely loves it. He's been in there a couple of days and he's banging out the tune again. If his agent hasn't got onto some marketing company about doing John Barnes dolls, he's missing a trick. And by that I mean the Woody from Toy Story where you pull the string, but effectively it's just John Barnes just doing the rap. They need to get onto that because, you know, Christmas presents galore would be amazing. I come to think about it, every time I've seen John Barnes on any TV show or any you know, guest speaker somewhere, he's always singing it, so fair play to him. He absolutely loves it. And then I can only assume he's the same at home. I feel sorry for his missus. John, do you want a brew?
You got to hold the game, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast.
John, have you taken the bins out? John, I want a fucking divorce. That gag could have gone on for a while, I'll be honest. But like I said, fair play to him, he's enjoying himself. I don't know if he's still in the house or not. I did say last week, if you've been watching it, let me know in the comments. And no one has replied, so either no one's got that far in the show, or no one watches Big Brother. I hopefully assume it's the latter. Right, now we're going for Tweet of the Week. Last week, Jamie Carragher came up with a belter when he was slaughtered watching the derby. He's at it again. This picture with him and Virgil van Dijk. He's done an interview with Sky Sports. Virgil van Dijk, you know, seen how he got on the whole process of moving to Liverpool. He's settled in quite well and yada, yada, yada. So we took a picture of him and Virgil van Dijk at the training ground post-interview. Phil Neville, everyone's favourite knobhead, got in touch. He said, "You're live at Liverpool's training ground, Carra." Pretty reasonable question, but then, like I said, no one likes Philip Neville either. So Carragher replied, "Always open arms for me here, Philip, unlike you at Carrington after the fuck-up you and Moyes caused." More of that, please, Carragher. We love that here. Any opportunity you get to shut Phil Neville down. And the guy that tweeted Merseyside is blue after drawing 1-1 at Liverpool deserves to be shut down in anybody's eyes. Transfer news now. Last week I mentioned Ryan Kent had come back from his loan at Freiburg. He'd only played 6 games. It wasn't working out for him well. I think he was homesick. He's actually gone out back on loan to Bristol City. For those of you that watched Man City Bristol City last week, they look a good side. They look like we say similar style to what we do: aggressive, attacking, pressing, and he gave City a really good game actually. So you know it looks a good move for him. If he gets some more regular game time, like I said, if he's young and he's moved abroad, it's often hard to settle. Maybe that was part of the problem that he had. If it helps him progress at Bristol City or being back in England, all for it. Like I said, at the beginning of the season, or in pre-season rather, you know, he looked like he put on loads of meat and he was going to push on and become this player. And I think we're often short of a winger now. Coutinho can't play that left-sided role that he sometimes did do. If he gets someone else in January, is still to be seen. But you know, I've got hopes of Ryan Kent to push on. And, you know, he's obviously not done it this season, but hopefully next season go and do it. I've got a decent Championship side like Bristol City. You know, I'm all for that, and good luck to him. The other transfer I wanted to discuss is Naby Keita. Now, last week he was linked with a move to Liverpool, and they're going to get him in early. Chris Williams tweeted that he had information that Sunday was going to be a done deal and he'd be a Liverpool player. Now, Chris is a really respectable journalist and a really good mate of ours at Redmen TV. He's been on the show many a time. Chris knows quite a lot of people over in Germany and at Leipzig and stuff, so I wouldn't take him as an ITK. or people, he's had a bit of backlash. No, it's not happened. Like I said, Chris is a really respectable journalist. He knows what he's talking about, and he wouldn't have put that tweet out had he not had that information. I think that's what he's been told, that's what he's done, that's what he's given out, and he doesn't often do that for that very reason of, it can backfire. What will happen with the Naby Keita stuff, I don't know. I'm still hopeful that we'll get him in. I know Leipzig have come out and publicly say, no, he's not for sale, he's not going in January, but they did exactly the same thing in the summer. They might be in the process of trying to buy someone else, knowing full well, they're going to get that Naby Keita money in early. So they won't come out and say, yeah, he's going, had they not found a replacement for him, because it just sets alarm bells out to everyone else. Like we did with Phil Coutinho, everybody knows we've got £142 million, or will have £142 million, sorry. So people go, well, if you want our player, here's an extra £10 million. And they obviously don't want to do that. That might be me clutching at straws. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think we'll still get him? Do you think it's all over? And the final one I want to talk about is Antoine Griezmann. It's just ridiculous, this whole mystery player, and I don't know where it's come from. If someone suggested it on social media, and it's just snowballed out of effect. But yeah, Liverpool aren't going to get him. He's just a bit too far-fetched. I mean, not that I don't think we should be capable of buying him, but I just think the money that he cost and the fact that there's no real reports out there, it's kind of just, well, I don't want to have a go at Sky Sports, but I will, because I did last week, to make someone favourite for, to sign someone, and like I said, there is no real reports of, Sky sources or whatever it is, and we haven't heard anything since, nothing concrete, and I know we haven't done typically with the past couple of transfers to Liverpool. It's kind of be like the Virgil van Dijk was an hour done. Naby Keita was, it was happened pretty quick eventually. But yeah, it's just terrible. One outgoing I want to mention as well. It's Daniel Sturridge. Now he's been linked with a move to Southampton, West Ham, and I think a couple of other teams in the Premier League this week. And I think it was even Inter Milan were reported to be interested in him. And Liverpool were also reported to be hold out for £30 million for him. So I just want to get your thoughts on the whole Daniel Sturridge saga. Do you think his time has come as a Liverpool player? Do you think it's right to move him on, or do you think we still need him in the team? Is he worth £30 million still, or do you think we should just drop the price just to get him off? I know he's on pretty high wages as well for someone who doesn't play for us. My personal opinion on it is I love the guy. I don't think he's frustrating with his injuries. I understand that, and that's why part of the reason why I think we should get rid of him. And the other reason is I don't think we suit the way that he plays. The Klopp system isn't for Daniel Sturridge, and that's not Daniel Sturridge's fault. And for that reason, we shouldn't be lambasting him or slating him or whatever. He's still a very good finisher. He's still a very good footballer when he plays. I think it's too much money to be paying someone that amount of wages when we can restructure it and go somewhere else with someone who is a top quality player and come in. I think West Ham are good at buying not the has-beens, but the people who are in that latest stage in their career. Daniel Sturridge is only 28 still, no means in a late stage of career, but he's been around for a very long time. And there's rumours that West Ham want to get rid of Chicharito, so they're using that to fund the Daniel Sturridge move. I don't know. We'll probably find out obviously in the coming weeks. But if he does go, I wish him all the best of luck. Like I said, let me know your thoughts on Daniel Sturridge and what you think should happen to him, or what you do with him, and for how much as well, or if you keep him, let me know. Now, comment of the week time, I ask you guys to get in touch if you had any questions or anything like that. Lee Cassidy's got in touch. He says, nice one, Ross. Who would you like to see brought in this month to replace Phil Coutinho? Even if it doesn't happen, I think we'll have good players waiting to step in. Klopp has been there before. We saw him when he left Dortmund for Real Madrid, and they get Ilkay Gundogan for Bundesliga 2-side Nuremberg, and he turned out okay. Now, Naby Keita, I've mentioned before, I would very much like to see him come in. It wasn't my initial thought. My initial thought was Alexis Sanchez, only because the price that he'd be going for, even at £35 million, I'll still buy him if you can now. Long term, he's not just the 6 months you're buying him for. You get him in now, pay that premium now, and get him in now, get him in the door. I would like to be in the conversation of having him. There's only one or two rumours that we've been linked with him, but it seems to be all City, and that's the only reason why I thought we haven't gone for him. He's going to go there under Pep. He's going to probably guarantee medals, or in a winning attacking side. And I thought that appealed to him. He turned us down a couple of years ago. I think 2014 it may have been. Might be wrong. and then out of nowhere, all these links with Manchester United. And for one, I don't know why he goes to Manchester United. For all the reasons I've just mentioned, I think Mourinho is the opposite. We've seen him part the bus loads of times. I don't think he's got that partnership with his players like Klopp has and like Pep has. And I think, you know, it appeals to players that, you know, look at Oxlade-Chamberlain, he turned down extra cash at Chelsea, extra cash at City, extra cash at Arsenal, and he came to Liverpool, and that's probably, you know, another advantage that we could have had over the deal if Alexis Sanchez approached Chamberlain or vice versa. You know, we just need Chamberlain to say, you know, I've come here, I've been where you are, and it's amazing here. And look at me, I've grown into a better player. I'm confident. He's scoring goals, enjoying himself. You know, and Liverpool are progressing in my eyes, and obviously Arsenal are dropping off. But like I said, that deal doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like Liverpool are nowhere near conversations unless left of field. You just come out and take it from City and United's nose, but I don't think it's going to happen. And like I said, Naby Keita, he would be the one for me, only because I'd rather go and spend an extra £20-30 million on Naby Keita now and save the rest of the money for the summer, because ultimately, you know, the best teams don't sell the best players in the January transfer window. I don't know, we have, and that's an argument that everyone's going to come back to. Well, no one else tells it, why do we? And the reports are saying last week, you know, it was Klopp's decision. And I saw a brilliant tweet last week. Someone said, if someone had gone to Shankly twice and said, I want to leave this club, what would he said to him? You know, jog on, mate. We don't want to be here. We don't want you here. And I think that's exactly what Klopp's done. He likes the team harmony. He likes the togetherness. And by all accounts, it sounds like Phil Coutinho just didn't want to be there. And we have got good money for him. You know, I know it might come back to bite Klopp on the arse that, you know, he sold arguably our best player in that window. But I think he has his reasons for it. And, you know, fingers crossed, you know, we do pull something off and we get that Champions League spot, because that's what everyone craves. But we can only judge it at the end of the season. And I'm sure people will make their voices known. If we don't get that top four, I think I'll probably one of them, because you just go back to that and go, I don't know if Phil Coutinho isn't the sole reason why we do that, but you don't let someone of that quality go and not replace them if it's going to come back to bite you on the arse. Right, that's it from me this week. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And as I said last week, if you see anything across social media, tweet me at RossiC89. Likewise, if you have any comments or thoughts or any questions you want to ask me, tweet me. And again, if you don't live in the world of Twitter, get them in the comments below, and I will see you next week. Ta-ra.